when I'm at my best, my worst is...
Welcome to 2K Sports in the NBA. I'm your host, Damon Bruce. Wednesday in the NBA. It's the Miami Heat facing off against the Oklahoma City Thunder. And without any further ado, let's head to Kevin Harlan and the rest of the 2K Sports crew at the arena. I'll be back at halftime.
Do it now. I told you, do it now. Let's go. You wanna hate me, then hate me. What can I do but keep getting money? Funny, I was just like you. I had to hustle hard, never give up until I made it. Now y'all saying that's a clever, nothing to play with.
You can hate me now,
I won't stop.
but I won't stop now.
Greetings, everyone. Glad to have you here with us on this Wednesday night edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan. Clark Kellogg and Steve Kerr will provide the analysis. And now a quick check of our starting lineups for both teams. First, for the Heat, Chalmers and D-Wade are the guards. And playing at the 5, the always versatile 6'11" star big man, able to score inside and out, Chris Bosh. And it's LeBron James. And it's Haslem in at the 4 slot. And for the Thunder, backcourt is Westbrook and Cephalosha. And in the paint, holding down the pivot of physical and bruising big man at 6'10", Big Perk, Kendrick Perkins. And it's Durant, and it's Ibaka in at the 4 spot.
Usually the logic is that if you want to win the West, you need to get a lot of wins against the East to pad your record, guys. But the Thunders did dominate the East last season, but not as much as the other teams, and they still won the West.
It'll be the Heat off the tip. And Chalmers kicks to LeBron. Outside Bosh. Poke loose. And here's the fast break. Durant leading the way. And that one is stuffed right through.
Now, this is why the breakaway rim was invented, for plays just like that.
Well, he almost brought the whole thing down, Clark, by hanging on that long.
Yeah, he did, didn't he?
It was a great dunk and also a great game we've got here.
Well, getting back to the Thunder, as you said, Clark, they took the East to task once again. They were 21-9 against the conference. But, Steve, that was just time for the 3rd best in the West.
You know, I think a big part of that is that after they made it to the finals for the first time, they played with a target on their back. And I thought every team in the league knew they had to bring their A game to try to kind of make a statement against the Thunder. Very well executed pick to give them all kinds of space to get that one off.
Now let's go to Doris Burke, who had a chance to catch up with head coach Scott Brooks.
Of course, the conversation veered to the challenge of defending LeBron James, and he said there's not a lot of good options with him. He can really do it all. I think you just have to try and stay in front of him, and if he gets in close, you have to bring help. And guys, we've seen LeBron really force the issue as far as getting into the line. We'll see how they do.
All right, Doris, thanks.
Tell you what, he's going to put that one in his scrapbook. Absolutely insane with that dunk.
Well, now they're starting to rub it in. Aren't they? Have build up the lead, and here we go, folks. It's showtime.
And why not? I mean, the more plays they make like that, the more they'll have these guys on the ropes.
Well, you know, with LeBron James as the main post threat on Miami, the outside shooting touch of Chris Bosh fits perfectly to help them space the floor, and he continues to expand his range. Guys, that's simply superb. Ball pressure, a run out, and then a dunk in transition.
Exactly, Clark, what they wanted. The aggressive defense to lead to.
Yeah, points in transition.
Yeah, that's why you want to make the other team feel uncomfortable handling the ball, because you can get easy points out of it at the other end.
We talk about Bosh in his shooting range. He's trying to develop a reliable three-point shot as well.
Well, it's happened. In the playoffs last year, he shot a lot of threes. It's kind of a function of the Miami offense, trying to provide floor spacing for LeBron and Wade. But in some ways, it takes Bosh away from what's made him good, too. The slashing and the ability to score around the basket. Things have kind of gone south for him here in the quarter.
Thunder have gone 4-4 to start. So a nice offensive rhythm to start here. Cephalosha passes to Westbrook. Now the feed to Cephalosha. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Westbrook, no good.
First miss of the game after 4 makes, so it's been a hot start.
Out of bounds, Oklahoma City takes possession. Oklahoma City leading by 3. We're about 3 minutes into this first quarter. And it's blocked by Bosh. The drive by LeBron. Oh, tried to dunk it home, but drew the foul, and he'll go to the line. Serge Ibaka picks one up there.
You know, if there was no salary cap, no max contract in the NBA, you'd have to wonder what LeBron James would command for his salary. I mean, he clearly is worth more than the maximum you can pay him because he's so far ahead of everybody else in the league in terms of talent. I think Kevin Durant is probably the only one who comes close to him in terms of a guy of that size and that ability.
Gets it to go. Ibaka's got his first basket.
Nice, accurate pass right into the middle.
The Heat trail by 4. Chalmers dishes to LeBron. Hits the three-point bomb.
Tell you what, he is so difficult to guard, especially on a shot like that one.
The Thunder have gone 5 of 7 today so far. Nice shooting to get this game underway. And going back to the topic of max contracts, if those were higher relative to the cap, it might be harder to assemble the big 3-star trios we, for instance, see in Miami.
And Kevin, I think that's where we're heading with the new CBA. It's going to be more and more difficult to put 3 max guys together. And so teams are kind of working their way through this new CBA, trying to figure out how they're going to structure their payrolls going forward. A lot of people thought the East would be a cakewalk for Miami last year, but Indiana made sure that wasn't going to be the case. What a series with the Pacers using their size and strength to pound Miami down low, and eventually the Heat were able to pull it out, but boy, was that a tough series.
D2 from Anderson. He trains the quick shot. Anderson's got his first 2 points of the night. The Thunder with the lead. 1:33 left in the first quarter of the game. Jackson kicks to Thabit. And there's the pass to Durant. Oh, and it looks like that's going to be a goaltending call. Yep, that's it. So they'll get the basket.
He got there late, but you do have to like the aggressiveness to go after the block. But that one's going to count.
It's back to Battier. He kicks to Cole. Can't tie it up as that one misses. And just to touch back on the Eastern Conference Finals, went to a Game 7 where Miami ran away with the game. But, you know, Clark, if it weren't for the heroics of LeBron earlier in the series, it could have been the Pacers that took on San Antonio in the finals.
You know, I was thinking a little bit about 2 former ABA teams meeting in the NBA Finals, but the Heat managed to steal Game 1, and I thought that proved to be the difference in the end. That was a game the Pacers had and didn't squeeze. But the way these two teams are constructed, they should be seeing a lot more of each other in the near future. And I think that's great for the league because whenever they meet up in the regular season or the playoffs, it's always been a battle the last couple of years.
Nice rivalry developing between those two.
I think you're right.
Yeah.
A good one brewing there.
And Anderson gets it to go.
That's a nice job of getting the ball in the paint and burying the shot. That's exactly how it's done.
About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. Jackson kicks to Durant. Inside, Collison. That's good. And a nice assist from Durant. 16 seconds left here in the first quarter. Bosh passes to Cole. Releases. Good. He hits the jump shot. And here's Jackson. Passes it to Lamb. The feather touch on the finger roll. Beautiful.
That finish brings me back to the old days, the silky smooth finger roll.
The scoring fast and furious as we end the first quarter. Thunder out in front, up 5. Let's take a quick break now, and then it's on to the second quarter after this.
Ladies and gentlemen, H to the Izzo.
And the first quarter is in the books. Second about ready to get underway. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for Oklahoma City.
With the aggression they're showing early on, I mean, they're driving it to the hoop with authority and force.
And I think another key will be, can they continue to knock down that mid-range shot? They've been very good here early.
And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, Doris Burke. Doris, over to you.
Guys, Kevin Durant last season joined the exclusive 180 club. Over 50% from the field, 40% from three-point territory, and 90% from the line. It's the gold standard of shooting efficiency, something only 5 other players have done in NBA history. It was a goal of his going into the season, but his ultimate goal still remains, to win an NBA title. He said, quote, "The hunger is always there. That's my goal every year, to get to the top of the mountain." Guys, he knows it's a long road, but they've gotten so close. We'll see if this is his year.
Yeah, championship mentality, Doris. Good point. Thanks.
Won't happen right away, but Jeremy Lamb has all the tools, I think, to be a fantastic defender at the NBA level. Young players oftentimes take a couple of years to figure it out defensively, but he's got everything he needs to be elite at that end.
And a new group in for the Heat. And Jeremy Lamb, a 6'11" wingspan for this kid. He's shown promise offensively as well.
Very smooth with that jump shot. He can finish big time when he gets to the rim. Still young and paying his dues, but you got to love his upside. A lot of potential.
Westbrook off target with his 3. Wade dishes to Cole. And here's LeBron outside. Shot's good. LeBron's got 10 points.
That's like a layup for him. He's just wide open out there.
You know, part of being a championship team is having the talent first and foremost, but then managing the minutes of that talent. The Heat, I thought, did a nice job monitoring the minutes of the big 3 throughout the season and playoffs last year.
Now Wade after Jeremy Lamb's three-pointer that didn't go. And that'll be Miami as it goes out of bounds. The Heat retain possession.
Maybe a low percentage pass, but it still nearly got through.
I like it, though. I mean, it's an aggressive play. Heads up defending to deflect it away.
Mario Chalmers, he's checked in for Norris Cole. And the Thunder pushing it up now. Shot to stop the run. Cephalosha kicks to Lamb. And he drew the blocking foul. He'll go to the line for 2. As you said, Clark, the big 3 in their prime, but really, you want them to just get their work in during the season, not exhaust themselves before they make it to the playoffs.
I thought, Kevin, along those lines, I thought by the end of last season, Miami was exhausted. And once you try to win a 3rd title in a row, the emotional fatigue and exhaustion really becomes a factor. So this is going to be interesting to watch all year.
There it is, guys, that Olay defense. Just watching him go, Clark, right by.
I think we might be seeing which team is ready to take control of this game.
Yeah, that's a dunk that could absolutely get them going. I agree, Clark.
Now Chalmers after Dwayne Wade's three-pointer that didn't go. And that'll be Miami as it goes out of bounds. The Heat retain possession. Second quarter of play with almost 3 minutes gone. Haslam, the pass to LeBron. Sinks the three-pointer. LeBron's got 6 here in this quarter.
They've done a really good job of knocking down their long-distance shots here in the second quarter. I mean, they're shooting just above 40% from downtown. That's outstanding.
No good from Lamb.
And it seems like nothing is falling for him this quarter. He's really out of his rhythm.
And there's Dwayne Wade on the assist by LeBron. And it's a 5-point Heat lead.
You know, he operates so well close to the bucket. There's nothing he likes more than seeing an opening inside.
Westbrook against Chalmers. Here's Cephalosha. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Cephalosha's got 5 now.
A wide open 3. They need much better communication defensively.
Dishes it to Haslam. And out of bounds as the Thunder gain possession. Chris Bosh is checked in for Udonis Haslam. And almost 4 minutes gone here in the second quarter of play. And Lamb kicks to Cephalosha. The dish now to Lamb. Some nice passing by Oklahoma City here. It's Westbrook with the drive. Now here's Wade. Ray Allen is on the wing. Here's the 3. That falls. Nice feed that time from Dwayne Wade.
Well, Allen is the all-time leader in 3-pointers made past Reggie Miller a couple years ago. So obviously you have to worry about him out there. But what makes Allen so good is that he can also put the ball on the floor to get into the paint and score at that mid-range area as well.
And he really has a fondness for those corners. I mean, you just can't help off of him. Too much of a threat from out there. You've got to stay connected to him.
And let's now go to the sideline. We'll catch up here with Doris Burke. Doris?
Kevin, the Thunder are often seen as getting into one another during games in what looks like heated arguments. But that is the culture they want, as every player can hold each other accountable. Coach Scott Brooks describes it saying, "I'm with them every day." Did they have some competitive moments? Absolutely. But that's how we work here. We challenge each other. It gets chippy. You can't argue with the results, even if it looks like they are always at each other's throats, guys.
I believe it. Those must make for some good battles, Doris. Thanks. Thunder trailing by 9.
You know, with so many high hopes, the Thunder seem to be everybody's.
Ridiculous. Throw it down that time.
You know, sort of surprising he goes for a slam that difficult while they're trailing.
Yeah, but still, you know what? A magnificent move to the rim.
Guys, look, I don't know what the score is. That's the play we're all going to remember from this game.
That's good from Westbrook.
Well, you could see it at the start of the season that Oklahoma City was being driven by falling short in the 2012 finals. Their focus was on being the best team in the West, and they jumped on that goal right from the start.
And he makes it look easy, dunking it hard with one hand.
Man, he got fancy with that one, didn't he?
Yeah, maybe trying to give them the momentum boost they need to break this game open.
And I like that. I mean, some coaches might want to see just a sure-handed lay-in, but I say put as much as you can on the finish and get your teammates going.
Right side Bosch. Perkins on him. 5 on the clock. Puts up the baby hook. And it's Miami with another. And for the Thunder, the second best regular season record in the league last season, Steve, at 60-22.
Miami had the best point differential in the league, Kevin, which I think is probably the best barometer in terms of how well you're playing. But clearly the Westbrook injury in the first round of the playoffs against Houston just completely took the wind out of their sails. And I would look for Oklahoma City to be back this year. With everybody healthy, they'll have a chip on their shoulders. They want to get back to the finals this year.
Here's Bosch. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. Sefolosha dishes to Lamb. For 3, Westbrook. No good on that last second attempt there. And so we conclude the first half. Heat lead by 6. And coming up after the break, it'll be Damon Bruce breaking down all the highlights from the first half of play.
Now, presented by Sprint. Hi and welcome. Halftime report coming your way with an excellent game going on in Oklahoma City. Miami up on top against Oklahoma City. They've gotten a tremendous boost from their reserves, going to them early in the game for production. A great performance by LeBron in the first half. 15 points. As you might expect, he's been a huge factor from outside. And still in this, the Thunder hanging around. They'd like to forget that first half. Coach has not been happy with what he's seen out there, and they'll likely come out with major adjustments. A trying first half for Jeremy Lamb. Just can't get things to fall in the early parts of the game. He's shooting under 20%. That'll wrap things up for me here in the studio. Thanks so much. I'm Damon Bruce. Now let's get back out to Kevin Harlan for the second half of play.
The Sprint Halftime Report, presented by Sprint.
Welcome back, everyone. The second half about to get underway, and it's been a close one so far. What can you say? LeBron James, what an impressive effort today.
Yeah, he played a very mature first half offensively, just finding gaps and making good decisions, getting into the defense and knocking down shots.
Well, the way he played that first half, that's exactly what we're talking about when we say offensive efficiency.
You know, it's mostly been a part of his game as a way to keep defenders honest, but slowly but surely Russell Westbrook starting to see that three-point percentage creep up to a respectable range. You know, if he gets to be locked down from the three-point line, he would be unguardable.
And with Westbrook, you like to see him attack the rim. That's where he's most, Clark, devastated.
I think he used to shoot his jumper on the way down. The great jumpers do that because they hang and defenders fall away first, but he's really become extremely reliable at that 15 to 17-foot jumper when teams go underneath screens to keep him from the basket.
Now here's Westbrook. He's got 11. It's Durant with the drive. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2. That's on LeBron James.
Well, his heart might be in Oklahoma City now, but growing up, Kevin Durant said he wanted to be, of all things, a Raptor. That's right, he was a Raptor fan. A lot of it, he said, was just wanting to be part of something new.
The first free throw is good. And going back to Durant, I'm sure the Raptors would have loved to have had him. I got to be honest, I did not know he grew up a Raptors fan.
I had no idea. I'm guessing maybe he fell in love with Vince Carter at the dunk contest.
Maybe that was it, yeah.
Only 3 teams in the entire Eastern Conference had a better than 500 record against the West. And no surprise the Heat were one of those 3, and they were dominant against Western Conference opponents all year long.
Thunder trailing by 3. Outside Westbrook. Outside Durant. Back to Westbrook. And there's the call on James. That'll be his second foul of the game. Mark, adding on to what you were saying about the Heat versus the West, they ended up 25-5, which is incredible, Steve, given how many tough teams that are in the Western Conference.
That's amazing, Kevin. They had a better record against the West than they did against the East in terms of their winning percentage. So I think that speaks to just how motivated Miami was when they went out on the road to the West in particular to really show everybody how good they were.
And here in the second half of play, we're just over a minute in. And Chalmers kicks to Haslem. He passes to Wade. Good ball movement here by Miami. Left side Bosh. The baseline jam. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. Cephalosha's got his 3rd rebound on the night. Durant attacking for the lead. Westbrook can't get it to go.
It's kind of a shocker. The defense was there, but it wasn't right in his face. Kind of out of character for him to miss those.
Much has been made about the show LeBron puts out during games, but he also puts on a spectacle in his pregame routine. Last season, he and others started pulling out all the stops and dunking in the pregame warm-up in an effort to break a sweat.
And the Thunder making a switch here. Collison's out there. And Clark, you mentioned the pregame dunks for LeBron, a devastating finisher. Some have asked why he's never competed in the All-Star Slam Dunk competition. In fact, I say that every Saturday night I'm sitting on that microphone. Why isn't LeBron in this competition?
Wouldn't it be nice? In fact, I think didn't Magic Johnson even put up a $1 million incentive for him to compete? Yeah, it would be incredible to see him. I don't know. I think it's become almost a chore for players these days to enter, but it would be fantastic to see him out there.
Now here is Cephalosha after the miss from Haslem.
More good work on the glass there. When it's all said and done, I think rebounding might well tell the story in this one.
And that should tilt things toward them. I mean, they've been winning that battle. Tell you what, LeBron can absolutely soar in for the finish. I remember last year, the alley-oop in the conference finals against Indiana just almost put his head on the rim.
Air freight is a nickname we could dub LeBron James. I mean, he's an unstoppable force and an immovable object. Defensively, the strength, length, mobility. He can wall you up and lock you down and put you away.
Here's Cephalosha. 5 points in the game. Outside Westbrook. And it's out of bounds. The Thunder able to retain possession. And the Heat with some changes. Anderson comes in for Chris Bosh. And Shane Battier subbed in for Udonis Haslem. Now here's Jackson. 6 to shoot. Takes it from 10. They get it back. Collison. Yes! And the foul. It's going to be on Shane Battier.
Strong rebounding, and he's rewarded with the easy putback.
Oklahoma City shooting their 6th attempt at the charity stripe in the game. That free throw good from Collison.
Nick Collison is really a savvy veteran big man with the Thunder. I mean, he's been with this organization his whole career, going back to the days in Seattle. he's a guy who's really helped establish the culture of this great organization. He accepts his role, and he does it well.
And here's Westbrook following the three from Cole. And that one's good. Westbrook.
As long as they keep spraying them from deep, we're going to have ourselves one exciting finish.
Well, it took them a while, but they're finally starting to get some rhythm offensively on the outside.
And going back to Nick Collison, a lot of the Thunder's most effective lineups include him on the floor.
Well, that's because he's so versatile at both ends. On offense, he's a great passer. They can run their offense through him on the elbow. And then defensively, he's one of the best charge takers in the league.
Miami trailer. LeBron kicks to Battier. He feeds it to Cole. It's back to Battier. Takes a three. The shot is off, and it's Oklahoma City the other way.
You know, one of the things about the Heat since the Big Three has come together is that they've been able to find the right kinds of veteran players to step in and fill specific roles for this team as they've won a couple of championships now.
And the Heat making a change here. Bosh is checked in. 1:43 left to play here in the third. Cole, the pass to Bosh to stop the run. It's hauled in by Collison. Collison's got 4 rebounds now tonight, and it's easy to have players want to join the Heat when they're competing for an NBA title every season. But, Steve, even then, they find the ones that most fit their offensive and defensive philosophy, and that's when they're going to come up big for them.
Yeah, for sure. This team has done such a good job putting together this roster around LeBron and Wade. You think about Birdman in the playoffs last year, Battier coming in here as a stretch four. They've just found the right players and the right mix, and that's one of the big reasons why this team is back-to-back NBA champs.
They haven't been as aggressive from outside as they were in the first half. They're playing smart with the lead. I like that. They're being very selective and deliberate in their offense. And that's a good strategy when you're on top.
Cole's shot is good.
I'll tell you what, he's enjoyed a very good day shooting the ball so far. He can bring them right back into this.
Feeds to Sefolosha. He dishes it to Thabit. Look from Durant. Again, Oklahoma City.
He's finding all kinds of ways to get it done. What a quarter he's had.
Pass to Cole. Kicks to Anderson. Great D that time from Thabit. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Here's Durant. The putback. Great positioning on the putback. And now it's an 8-point Thunder lead.
Boy, nice tip in to salvage the points from the missed shot. And made it work.
And those second chance points, Clark, they do add up.
Yes, sir.
They sure do. That's why boxing out is so important. Defensively, you can't just let a guy get to the rim and not put a body on him. Absolutely on fire from beyond the arc.
Yeah, that's where he's getting his points.
Jackson gets the bucket.
Took advantage of some shoddy defense there. They've got to at least get a finger on it.
Wade from outside.
That shot!
The bucket.
Wow! Kevin, that's a timely three-pointer. You've got to keep it within reach going into the fourth. They can still come back.
And that's it for the third quarter. Both teams scoring well as we head to the fourth. Thunder out in front, up by 4. And coming up as soon as we return from break, the fourth quarter gets underway. We've got a great game on our hands as we welcome you back. The fourth quarter of action getting started. And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for Oklahoma City?
They've been the aggressors, and they've been tougher in the paint all games.
Well, you've also got to love how aggressively they've taken that ball to the basket and scored off dribble penetration.
Bosh with the bucket.
What a display of offense we've seen today, and it's only getting better.
Well, both defenses have been on their heels all day, and it's begun to take its toll.
From the high post. LeBron grabs the miss. LeBron's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. Count the bucket.
Yeah, not just an everyday finish. He put a little pizzazz on that one, guys.
And Cole kicks to Allen. Fires the 3. The shot by LeBron, no good.
Boy, but he was close, Kevin, to making the defense pay for lackadaisical coverage there.
Yeah, he had a really good look. I mean, he'll knock that down more often than not.
They get it back. They had a number of cracks at it, but came away empty-handed. The Heat trail by 4. Here's Cole. Miami no good on that time either.
Difficult shot from mid-range, and the defense was all over him.
Boy, I like the close out there, Steve. Well done.
Lamb up top, defended by Allen. Another shot, and there's a whistle. He was going up for a layup, and while it looked like there was some contact, I wasn't sure they were going to call a foul shot or not, but sure enough they have. So we've got a couple of free throws coming up.
You know, one of the keys to the Thunder's success last year was they made a living at the free throw line. The golden rule of basketball, one of them anyway, is don't foul a jump shooter, but that didn't stop teams from getting whistled against OKC, and they usually made other teams pay when they got to the line.
Dwayne Wade's checked in for Miami. Westbrook with it. Wade picks him up. And the foul on Dwayne Wade. That's foul number 2 for him.
Second personal foul. Second team foul.
Just about 1.5 minutes gone by here in the 4th. And it's going to be a goaltending call here, so they'll count the bucket.
I'll tell you, he's really carrying a lot of the load offensively, and that's almost always good news for them.
Allen outside. Good ball movement here by the Heat. The 3 from LeBron. Westbrook pulls it in. Taking a look at the rankings from last year, Thunder were second overall in trips to the free throw line. And Steve, for a 3rd straight year, they led the league in free throw percentage. A deadly combination.
Yeah, they actually had the 3rd best team free throw percentage in NBA history. So quite a combination. When you've got Durant and Westbrook constantly attacking and putting pressure on the defense, and then knocking down their free throws like they do, that's difficult to deal with.
Lamb dishes to Westbrook. Shot from the top of the key. It's hauled in by the Heat.
If he can improve on what's been a shaky day for him thus far, they could stretch this lead out.
Pass to Battier. And that's out of bounds. Miami will retain possession. Udonis Haslem. He's checked in for Miami. Just a little under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the 4th. And Chalmers kicks to LeBron. Tries to snap the cold streak. And that comes off the assist by Mario Chalmers. Chalmers has got 3 assists in the game. Collison with the screen for Westbrook. There's the feed to Cephalosha. Plenty of space. And right through it goes. The Heat trail by 6. LeBron outside. Beyond the arc. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. Collison's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Here's Westbrook. And that one's good. Miami's gone into a funk from downtown in the 4th. Only one of their 5 3-pointers has found the bottom of the bucket. And that one's good by LeBron.
These defenders had better start closing out on those shooters.
Yeah, that's twice in a row now where they've done exactly the opposite and backed off.
And the foul on Dwayne Wade. That's his 3rd foul of the game. Serge Ibaka is checked in for Nick Collison. We've played just over 3.5 minutes now in the 4th quarter. Poked away. Back to Durant. 5 to shoot. And Durant gets double teamed. And here's Westbrook from the arc. That's good. Westbrook's got 12 points in just the 2nd half. Now a timeout called by Miami.
You know, he just isn't pleased at all with the looks they've given up defensively inside. So I think this timeout is all about trying to get his group to tighten up defensively.
They just don't look very sharp to me on the defensive side.
Let's catch up with Doris from the sideline.
Guys, over that last break, I listened to Eric Spoelstra address his team. They're getting outshot from the perimeter. He told them, we've got to close out faster on the outside shooters. These threes are killing us. Kevin, can they tighten their D?
And thank you, Doris. Shots good by Ibaka.
They've been getting it inside at every opportunity and getting results, too.
It's a great formula, and it's really a sign that the offense is clicking.
Haslam, the pass to LeBron. His three-pointers off the mark.
They've shown effort and aggression in the paint right from the tip. Their rebounding edge is impressive.
And I'll tell you what, they've turned a lot of those rebounds into points at the other end.
Durant attacking, and it's blocked by Haslam. Oh, and a fast break for the Heat. And finished off by LeBron.
The one-hand slam is so sweet when it's his hand doing the slam.
Oh, yeah, he is so smooth, even on a power finish like that.
Yeah, that's part of what makes him unique, that combination of power and polish.
Power timeout called by Oklahoma City. They're ahead by 6. 1:02 left in the fourth quarter. Outside Durant. Always going up for the alley-oop here. And Ibaka slams it in.
Boy, the pass there floated up to the precise spot where it needed to be.
And no messing around in the finish, huh? He powers it through.
Sure didn't waste any time there.
I'll tell you what, that is going to be an alley-oop we'll see on the highlight reel the next few days.
Here's Haslam, and another basket for Miami. 46 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Westbrook kicks to Perkins. Sefolosha. Now the pass to Durant. Dishes it to Westbrook. Shot clock at 6. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2.
Well, you allow them to get right to the rim like that. That's your only option.
Yeah, I think you got to foul them, and free throws are better than a layup.
So the first one drops, and that makes it a 7-point lead. And so he drops them both. It's an 8-point game. Here's Wade.
And I think this is going to be too much to overcome, Clark. What do you think?
All the sand in the hourglass is gone, and I agree with you. The defense better not make a habit of giving him that shot. I mean, he doesn't miss many of them.
Sefolosha kicks to Westbrook. So it's Oklahoma City picking up the win. They pulled off this win, Clark, with respectable performances on both ends of the floor.
Yeah, I think it was just really a nice overall effort, Kevin.
Thank you for joining us for this presentation of the NBA on 2K Sports. For Clark, Stephen Doris, and the rest of the crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next time. Last but not least, here is your Jordan Player of the Game, Russell Westbrook.
If I take you there, would you believe in fairy tales? Oh, a place where no one feels the pain, living without suffering.